Hi there, is the background depressing? Good, now you know how I feel. Yeah, if anyone has known me for a while now, you know how well it's been going for me for these past few days. I lost Ava vid, which still hurts today, and of course right after, my pollen allergies had the trigger. To my brothers and sisters that have pollen allergies too, you know how bad it is. You can tell I've been drained for the past few days, but even so, there's that itch in my balls that tell me to make something. So make something I will. In fact, I'll do an idea I had for a while now. A while back, I ranked Godzilla designs, but this time I'll rank Mechagodzilla designs. For those that don't know, Mechagodzilla is basically a mechanized Godzilla. Wow, dude. Like, we never would have figured that out. Now, if you've seen my Godzilla design ranking tier list, you know how this format goes. But if you're new to this, then this is how it goes. We have the worst tier right here called What Even, but then we have the best tier, which is the one and only cream of the crop. With, of course, the Mechagodzillas here. Now, there may be designs that I'm missing on this list, which if I do miss them, I'm sorry, this is just the list I'm using. And yeah, I don't think I have to explain anything else. So now I tell you what I think of these designs, and I'm sure I can say these opinions and no one will be upset at me, right? Right, guys? Okay, so this first one may be a bit weird because I'm not even sure if this counts as a Mechagodzilla, but he's on the list, and that's Cyberzilla. For those that don't know, this is the original 1998 no. Zilla. I'm sorry, but if you died of missiles, you're not fucking Godzilla. This is the original Zilla after it died, but then aliens made it a super spooky Roboraptor, and it's... okay, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but compared to other Mechagodzillas, I'm just not into it. I think I would like it a lot more if it was like a full-on mechanized Zilla instead of just Zilla trying to be an Ava unit. Don't ask me what happened because I have no idea. But yeah, this design is not bad in any stretch of the imagination. I just think that the other ones after this look better. Because it does get better. Because right now we have... holy shit. Okay, but seriously, I need an answer. What kind of fucking maniac looked at this and thought this was Mechagodzilla? Almost nothing about this screams Mechagodzilla besides the spikes in the tail. That's it. Other than that, though, it's a horrible mess. I gotta admit, though, it has really cool abilities. Basically being a transform... oh, wait a minute. But I mean, hey, a hooker can be good at sucking, but then she looks like this. That's basically my thoughts on MG Earth. Good abilities, but ass design. Sorry if you like this design, but I want to see Mechagodzilla. Not fucking Constance from Monster House. Super MG. This one may also be a hot take like Cyberzilla. Now, for those that don't know, I did grow up on the Heisei era, so growing up, this was my Mechagodzilla. Therefore, I was always led to believe he was supposed to be buff as shit and be a man-made object to fight against other monsters. But then again, that's kind of counterproductive because he's destroying shit too. I thought really hard about where I wanted to put SMG, especially since he was my childhood. But after some hard thinking, he's almost at the great tier. Ay, Dios mío, this opinion is gonna get me killed, isn't it? That's a yes. Again, he's almost at the great tier. There's just two problems I have with it that stops it from being there. For one, the head. I don't know if it's just me, but the head just doesn't fit this Brock Lesnar body. And two, he looks less like a giant robot and more like a toy. You know, like those toys that have the shootable projectile and you push the little button to shoot your sibling in the eye with? That's what SMG kind of looks like to me, but even then, he's still cool, especially when he fuses with Garuda. So even though SMG is not in the great tier, he will still hold a place in my heart. Monsterverse MG, aka Kevin. This is an interesting one because I've seen both sides of people either really loving it or thinking it's one of the worst designs. Really? This is one of the worst designs? I'm not saying that like it's the bomb or anything, but I think calling it terrible is a bit harsh, considering we had the fucking Fortress of Solitude. Do I think it's better than SMG? No. But I do think this is actually a pretty solid design. And I think my issues with it are the same as other people. Shut up, don't laugh at me. I think my issues with it are the same as other people's issues. One of those issues being that it's not that accurate to the actual Monsterverse Goji. It didn't used to bother me at first, but then I looked at one image of what he could potentially look like with skin, and boy, those inaccuracies became so clear. Also, the limbs kind of look weird on the body. Looks like they took a skeleton and just replaced the limbs with Jenga pieces. But even with these issues, I still like it. I especially love the idea of Ghidorah possessing it. This dude Kevin fucking humbled Godzilla. And even though it's still flawed and doesn't look as accurate to the actual Monsterverse Goji, I can still look at this and say, yeah, that's Mechagodzilla. But it's not that good. I think it's just middle of the road. If it looked a lot more like the actual Monsterverse Goji, it could have possibly been in the great tier, or hell, even cream of the crop if they did it right. But alas, we have the one we have now, and I can live with it. Showa Mecha. I know what you're thinking. Did I really just stop the Sonic CD music for Mechagodzilla's theme? And only this Mechagodzilla's theme? Yes, because it's that good. Why, do you have a problem? I'll fucking fight. But there's more to it other than the song slapping more than my mom after I try to drink all the chemicals from under the kitchen sink. I don't really know how to best explain it other than the fact that it just works. This was Mechagodzilla's first appearance, and his design aged like Half-Life. Being packed full of weapons, whether it's rockets, lasers, and even a dick in his chest, and is so epic to the point that he was the Terminator before Terminator. Why didn't Skynet build one of these things? Somehow, in its first design, they fucking nailed it. Hell, even in modern day, this design still works. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it other than one teeny tiny thing. Why are you so dog shit in KU?
I am a robot, not a miracle worker.
Type 3 Kiryu, or just Kiryu, or Mechagodzilla 3, you already know. What can I say about Kiryu that has been said a million times? Oh, okay. Kiryu is basically the perfect Mechagodzilla design to me. In fact, he's actually kind of similar to SMG, except here, my issues with SMG are actually fixed. The head fits the body, he looks a lot more like a giant robot, and there's even a DLC expansion. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, Kiryu is, how do I say this? A mech that tends to get a bit quirky at night. On top of the fantastic design, Kiryu was actually constructed over the bones of the original 1954 Godzilla. So I'm sure you can get what that means. Captain Grandpa forgot to take his medication. I couldn't ask for a better Mechagodzilla design, and honestly, it's kind of funny that if you really think about it, my favorite Mechagodzilla is just Grandpa on the Iron Lung. And now we're at the last Mechagodzilla, that last one being Ready Player One. So this one may be the most interesting one to rank because I don't know where people stand with this design. It doesn't even appear in a Godzilla movie and it has very little screen time. I'm not gonna lie though, even though he has very little screen time for what we had, this is actually pretty damn good. I don't think it's cream of the crop worthy, but this is definitely a good design to me. I don't know if I'm gonna get flamed for this take, but then again, I'm gonna get flamed for this list, so I don't give a shit. I can't really think of complaints I have with this design, but I don't know. I don't think it's cream of the crop worthy. But personally, from what I've seen, I'm putting it only in the grades here. I'll let you guys decide where it should be. And that just about concludes this video. And here is the final list. You people can of course tell me what you think should be switched around and what's your favorite one. And I probably ruffled a few feathers with this one. I don't know. I'm just gonna watch the comment section and just see what happens.